So guys, update from yesterday's video. I looked up what fickle meant. It's an adjective, not a verb. So I used that wrong a lot. Whoops. But what's up, YouTube? If you didn't see yesterday's video, I'll leave a link down in the description where I talked about 5 WWE superstars that had a breakout 2018. This one, not so much. These guys didn't do so well. For every come-up story, there's also a down story. There's a rise and fall in this industry, and oh boy, didn't it happen to a couple people this year. Not necessarily their fault that they had a bad 2018. That's mainly creative team. On top of one guy, he just decided to dip. But we'll talk about that in a second. But if you know any other WWE superstars who had a really bad 2018 compared to the 2017, leave that in the comments down below. But these are 5 WWE superstars who fell off in 2018. Number 5, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's so weird to be talking about this considering that he is currently a champion in the company right now. Nakamura actually started off this year incredibly well, winning one of the greatest Royal Rumbles in recent history to having a WrestleMania match against AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. During that match, Nakamura would turn heel, and that would set up a pretty cool heel turn for like a couple weeks, and eventually that kind of got a little meh. Changing up his theme song and his finisher, because it's no longer the Kinshasa, it's the forearm to balls. Yeah, because he hit him in the nether regions a lot. Like a lot. But the Styles and Nakamura feud, if you ask most wrestling fans, was a little underwhelming. Like, you would think it would be so much better, right? Like, maybe our expectations were a little too high, or maybe the matches were just worse than we thought they were gonna be. Because, like, they weren't that good, but they weren't bad, but it did not meet what we expected. After leaving the WWE Championship scene, Nakamura would immediately just go into the US title scene, defeating Jeff Hardy in about 10 seconds for the US title, and he hasn't dropped it since, and that's the last time I can remember a US Championship match. But Nakamura is a rare case where a title has actually demoted him. I think I've seen more of Mike Kanellis this year. Number 4, Sanity. Sanity, when they came up to the main roster, I expected huge things. I expected big things, and I was wrong 1000%. Sanity was teased to come up to the main roster multiple times, and they just didn't come to the main roster. Maybe that's the whole hype package for them. But when they did show up to the main roster, they had a tiny bit of an impact. That lasted like a week or 2, maybe 3 if we're lucky. Where they had a tables match at Extreme Rules against a New Day where they beat them. And then I think they lost like Jeff Hardy and the Usos on SmackDown at some point, and that kind of killed all the momentum. These guys are part of the first ever WWE War Games match. They lost to the Usos and Jeff Hardy on free television. Yep. Haven't seen them since. Now they kind of just show up in the background whenever WWE has to like have a really big moment where all the superstars stand on stage. I mean, Killing Dane, he's a former ICW World Champion. I think he's a former WCPW or Defiant Wrestling World Champion. Eric Young is a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, I said World Heavyweight Champion. A World Heavyweight Champion barely shows up on TV anymore. Yeah. And Alexander Wolf is the first ever WWE German champion of having like the NXT Tag Team Championships while being of German descent. And he hasn't done nothing. I really hope they can act like, you know, they never debuted yet and kind of re-debut him in 2019 and we can act like nothing happened and then we can just go on with our merry selves. Maybe they win some tag team title gold. I don't know. Because at this point, I honestly had to Google Alexander Wolf's name because I forgot he existed. Number 3, Bayley. Bayley's main roster run so far has been weird. I think we all can agree on that. She got called up to the main roster after all her friends already showed up and won championships and stuff, and here she comes just strolling all in. She would win the Raw Women's Championship in 2017, defeating Charlotte on Monday Night Raw, which you really could have done that on a pay-per-view or saved that for WrestleMania. That was only a couple more weeks away. It's the whole situation itself. I guess I'm really saying Bayley's 2017 and 2018 have both sucked. I think this might have been the worst of the two because she hasn't done anything. At least in 2017 she did stuff, maybe kind of sucked, but like it was something. But in 2018, what has she accomplished this year so far? She had a pretty cool feud with Sasha Banks going and that kind of got spun around, twisted, restarted, spun around, twisted, restarted, spun around, twisted, restarted. This is honestly really sad to see. At one point when she was down to NXT, she was supposed to be the female John Cena. And she was so over in NXT, it was like no doubt that she was going to do big things on the main roster. What the heck has happened to her? She's still one of the best women's wrestlers on the roster right now. She can still put on a great match whenever WWE gives her the time. Honestly, Sasha and Bayley are kind of joint on this, but I'm just going to keep it on Bayley right now because I think I used Sasha in last year's. They are so good and they're being wasted. Number 2, John Cena. Now this is the guy I was talking about when I said he kind of just dipped. This was his choice. John Cena has admitted that he is now a part-timer, as he's done absolutely jack crap this year, except for lose The Undertaker in like 2 minutes. Cena was around the first part of the year. He's in the Royal Rumble, 5-man or 6-man WWE Championship match at Fastlane, and then he lost to The Undertaker. And then he showed up again in like Super Showdown, where he had a tag team match with Bobby Lashley, where he unveiled his new Fist of Pain, brother, where he does this weird anime thing. He's like, Mama say, I'm a Mako, stop, punch. What the hell? Except to say John Cena, he fell off a little bit this year. Not necessarily for, creative reasons. This is more for his own, Hollywood reasons. But he has put out some pretty good movies this year, like the college one, where he had like the beer thing in his butt. At least you got a snazzy haircut, so. And your real children's book, you might have fell off in the WWE, but when it comes to your literary skills, you are A1. So keep your head up. The number 1, Jinder Mahal. I mean, literally, WWE champion to losing his Mixed Match Challenge finals at TLC. Do I have to say more? But if you guys did forget, Jinder Mahal actually won the United States Championship at the start of this year, and then he would lose that title in like 2 weeks to Jeff Hardy. And I can't tell you anything else he's done in 2018. I can't tell you, nor will I. Take the time to look it up because it's pretty relevant to me. Oh yeah, that match against Roman. It wasn't good. But yeah, guys, this video, if you really enjoyed, in the comments down below. Who else has fell off in 2018 that I might have forgot about? Make sure to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and we out. Oh, also, fickle's an adjective, not a verb.
Get in my way and try to block me, I'ma show aggression. Slide on your block like Danny Glover with a lethal weapon.